Hey guys, bringing you another VanLife vlog. This time we're doing VanLife jobs. This one is going to be interesting, so stay tuned and let's see what happens. All right, so I honestly don't even know where to get started with this, but I'm gonna do my best. Let's start actually kind of what I do right now. Well, I did.
Okay, right now I'm at my job. I'm delivering food to a guest right now. I'm a bellman at a hotel. The reason I'm making this right now is because I actually quit. My last day is tomorrow. This is the hallway I'm in. Ain't anything special, but I'm done.
All right, guys, so where do I start? I'm gonna be using my Remarkable tablet a lot because I have a lot of notes written down. If you actually haven't seen a review on that, I'll put that up on the card right now of my review on this and how it deals with VanLife. But let's get back into what everybody turned into this. So where I come from is I was actually a bellman at a hotel. I was doing it for a little while. I actually come from hospitality. I've done hospitality jobs for God knows how long. I was a valet attendant for a long time.
With AJ Lusby behind me. AJ, what are you planning on doing pretty soon?
I plan on quitting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've been everything imaginable in the customer service. I was even a bathroom attendant for a short stint. So I've done everything when it comes to customer service related jobs. I was over it. I didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to pursue what I actually came out to Los Angeles to do. So I just, on a whim, I quit all of my jobs and I put my faith in working for myself, hustling for myself, doing this, YouTube stuff, as well as social media, and trying to make an income off of that way. I will go over some of that later on in the video. I just wanted to give you a quick little background of where I've been going. If you follow me on Instagram, I put a ad out, or I put an image out for fellow van lifers to maybe comment and let me know what they do for their jobs on the road. These are the Instagram comments that I got. You don't have to even go look at the post anymore, but these are the comments that I got. Somebody commented, said they work for workforce management and they do it remotely. He said he loved it. I think it was a guy. There was another person said they work actually two people said this. They work 9 to 5 and they just travel on the weekends. So maybe that might be your thing. I'm not sure. Another one said she bartends. It was a girl. She said she bartends and then she also builds and designs jewelry on the side. Recommended a couple apps that I'll get into. One guy, this was kind of cool. One guy was an e-bike repairman and he did it just like on the road pretty much. It was pretty cool. Another person said that they were a business consultant and they did web developing. So I thought that was interesting of people's feedback. I didn't get a lot of comments. I wish I got more. So really the big question is, what can you do while you're on the road? I'll start with what I'm gonna want to try to do. Now, if you watch my videos, you probably noticed that I'm pursuing stand-up comedy. I do want to take that on the road, and I hopefully will make a little bit of money off of that on the road as a road comic. I'm gonna continue doing the social media with YouTube, make a little bit of money off of that. I would say the biggest thing of living in the van while traveling is having multiple streams of income. I do know somebody that has a medical distribution company. So if anything you can do from home, you can technically do in the van. You can get a better internet service in the van than what I have. I just use hotspots. Now I know people that have like intense internet in their van and they pay, $60 a month for it or $50 a month for it. It's definitely doable, so you may want to consider that if you're looking at working from home and you need internet access. I do know there's ways to get internet. I haven't looked tremendously into how to do that because I haven't needed it. Probably one of the best jobs, and I put this plural because you're gonna have to do a few, is different apps that are available. I just wrote down 4, 5, 6, 7. I wrote down 7 different apps that I just did a quick little search for. Moonlighting, no, that's not like an escort app. TaskRabbit, Handy.com, TAKL, I don't even know, I forget what that one was. WAG, Thumbtack, and Glam Squad. You can do these jobs as well as, you know, doing them for a little while, maybe a week out of the month, 2 weeks out of the month, and then travel the other 2 weeks. You may want to consider that. Most of the apps are going to be based around cities. I work Postmates on my little scooter that I have, and I bought like this big contraption that goes on the back. It's working for me. I work, if I work 5 hours, I could possibly make $100. And VanLife, that's all I really need, right? I also know people that have like their van and then they have a car and they'll do Uber on the side or Lyft on the side. Craigslist is a fascinating tool to find hustle jobs. All this comes down to is how much you want to hustle. Write out what you need per month. Last week I released a monthly expense report. I think everybody that does VanLife, or even not even VanLife, should actually write down your monthly expenses. Say, okay, I need to make this amount of money per month. Well, for me, I know exactly what I need to make. Therefore, when I work Postmates, if I bust my butt for, you know, 2 weeks or a week and I make that amount, guess what? I can take the rest of the month off. Social media. If you have a strong social media game, then eventually people will sponsor you and they'll pay you to do posts. I know people, just because I live in Los Angeles, this is not me, that have their social media game so strong that they get paid thousands of dollars just to do posts on Instagram or Facebook. Well, pretty much they're the same. You know, they use Twitter to their advantage. It's something to definitely think about if you have a strong social media game and presence. It's difficult to build one. One of the coolest things you could do on the road that would be perfect for VanLife, and if you're good at it and you have the right equipment, is photography. I know there's apps that you could sell your prints to and sell your things to. You have to have a nice camera. I'll put it this way. For me to start a YouTube channel, for having the proper lighting, to having the proper camera and the lenses and the microphone, things like that, I was roughly $1,200 all in. I got 3 lenses, a mic, lighting, a couple stands, whatever. It was about $1,200. Photographers, you gotta multiply that even more to get a really nice camera. Now you can do it with smaller cameras and things like that, but you know, that's up to you. Something you could do on the road though. I know a lot of VanLifers will pretty much hibernate for the winter somewhere, wherever they may be, and then in the summertime they go work for campgrounds and they get paid by the campground while setting up shop on the campground, and they live at the campsite. They do that all summer, and then in the winter they take the winters off and they travel or they do whatever they want. They usually stay south and, you know, things like that, but they set up at the campsite. I know people that do the consulting, online consulting. I personally don't know too much about online consulting, so you may want to do a little Google search on online consulting, business consulting. If you've had a business before, or if you've known how to grow a business, there might be something there. That is your biggest thing to do, is find a job that you can work from home. Oh, that's easy, right? No, it's not freaking easy. You gotta work for it. Lastly, I'm gonna get into what actually my brother and my sister-in-law, what they do. They work from home and they travel crazy amounts. They're actually building their first van as we speak, and I'm gonna touch on what they do, but I'm not gonna try and sell it because there's a lot of negativity towards what they do. They're in network marketing. Now, if you don't know anything about network marketing, don't say anything about it, because I know a lot. My brother obviously makes a very comfortable living off of it. I won't tell you the amount, but I will say that he's in the 6-figure range. Him and his wife, they do it together. It's their business. They work from home, and they work very hard at it. It's not like they just let it be and they just make their monthly check off of that. No, they work very, very hard on it. And if you are interested in network marketing, then you can hit me up. It's a tough job, and you got to build your following, and you can do that. I've done it. I still do it technically. I just don't promote it because there's so much negativity, and I was just tired of hearing all the negativity about it. There's a lot of positives. There's like way more positives than I think. There's just a lot of negative people out there when it comes to doing something like that. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. Network marketing is a fantastic work from home tool that you can build eventually to travel in van life. One thing that I've actually considered but I haven't done is actually building and designing a van for the profession that you want to do remotely. So if you are, like, for instance, a hair, makeup, barber, whatever you want to call that, if you are a stylist of some sort, you could technically build a big enough van to house your office as well as your living quarters. You could have like a work-live loft on wheels. It is something that's very possible. You may have to go a little bit bigger than a 159-inch wheelbase van, cargo van. You may have to get a box truck or something along those lines. But is that possible? Could you do something like that? Yes, you absolutely could. That is something I've considered. AJ and I talked about building a mobile stand-up comedy stage that you would literally drive around from city to city and you perform stand-up. Half of it would be living quarters and the other half would be like a stand-up stage where I would be able to do sets like literally like on the street side, on the curb, which would be kind of interesting. You'd have an area, you'd have a bunch of folding chairs and you take them out and people could sit, and it would be kind of like a tip-based way to make a living. If you think that's a good idea, comment below, because I'm actually kind of interested on what people's thoughts are on that. You have to think outside the box when it comes to doing a job on the road. You could also take the skills and trade that you have and mold it into your own van life. Okay, so to sum up everything that I kind of went over, it all comes down to hustle and determination on going into van life full time. Also, getting in your head that you don't have an actual steady check coming in from your 9-to-5 job. You can go from city to city, just hustling and grinding different types of jobs. I know someone that literally, he did that for like, I want to say like a year, picking up odd and end jobs in different cities. You can do that on Craigslist. There's a gig section on Craigslist. One of my friends, he Googles everywhere he goes, you know, temporary jobs. I have a helicopter flying overhead. You probably hear that. It's good stuff. Hey guys, thanks a lot for checking out my latest video. Check out some other videos right there. Make sure you share with your friends and also subscribe to me. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Bye.